Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here. Today I'm going to talk about part 2 of The Wheel in Space, which of course is the loose cannon reconstruction. I think it's loose cannon 34. The episode's fine. I mean, again, it's a reconstruction. It's fine. Not as much CGI elements to this one, mostly just a lot of static pictures, which can sometimes be a chore to get through. At least some stuff is happening here. Now, Troughton is not in this episode. The Doctor is unconscious from hitting his head in the first episode. He got a bit of a concussion, apparently. But it doesn't hurt the story. There's enough going on with the other characters. With Jamie, Jamie kind of takes the reins here well. I do love the scene when they get rescued and she keeps asking Jamie all the questions, and Jamie's having to think on his feet really fast, which isn't the kind of thing Jamie is really suited to do in this kind of situation. These kind of questions, the kind of questions he's being asked, and how he's giving kind of hesitant answers. How he's trying. I like how he comes up for the name of the Doctor with John Smith by seeing the John Smith written on the. I wonder if that's the first time he's ever referred to as John Smith in the show. The first time that alias for him is ever used. I'm not sure, but I wonder. And of course, she sees it too, and it's questionable. Fraser's putting in a good performance. So I like how he's kind of thrust into what's going on here, because the Doctor's unconscious, and usually the Doctor's there to come up with more convincing stories because, well, let's be honest, the second Doctor is very good at lying and being deceptive. He really is. The one guy who seems to be kind of the head of the space station is really energetic and hyper and paranoid. Like, he's over the top with this, and then that's going to happen, and we have to blow up the rocket, and this is going to happen. I'm used to emergency situations, not this. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding. No kidding. He's kind of like the guy from the Ice Warriors that relies on the computer, but dialed up to 11. He's like that guy all the time. He always seems frantic and worried, and we have to do this, we have to do this. Like, when the woman insinuates to him that maybe Jamie is a spy, he immediately, he's a spy, we have to do something. She's like, well, that's just a possibility. We need to, no, we have to do something. I'm like, lady, what did you expect is going to happen with this guy? I mean, he's always like this, apparently. What kind of reaction did you think he was going to have? The guest cast are fine. I mean, there's nobody really memorable, I would say, but they're fine. It's nice to see Zoe introduced, even though, again, it's Recon. It's nice to see her, even though she just kind of feels like one of the guest character extras for the most point. At this point, she's just kind of there with them. Nothing really sets her apart yet. Nothing really sets anyone apart except the one guy who's a little paranoid. But it does a good job, of building the mystery of what's going on. It is nice to see the Doctor and Jamie get rescued pretty early on, and then kind of giving Jamie a tour of the station. But you get little things like power fluctuations, oxygen level fluctuations, little hints that something isn't quite right at the station. We do see the little floaty balls popping into the station, somehow penetrating its barrier. And then we get that really nice cliffhanger where the bubbles get bigger and you can see the Cyberman in it, and you see the hand bust through. That's a pretty neat little cliffhanger. I was wondering how they were going to do that. I figured maybe a bunch of the bubbles connected to form a Cyberman. I wasn't expecting them to just grow and a Cyberman pop out, but it's Doctor Who. It's fine. So things did pick up a little bit in episode 2. I think I would have enjoyed it more, of course, if it had been a surviving episode. The Recon's a little harder to get through, but nothing overly to complain about. It was fine. That's pretty much how I sum up the episode. A little better in part 1, but ultimately fine. So I'm looking forward to part 3. I know that is an actual surviving episode, so it'll be nice to kind of take a break from Recons and see an actual episode, so that's pretty cool. So I want to know what you think of episode 2 of The Wheel in Space, so comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to click the like button, the subscribe button, all the other fun things that are down in the description, like the Patreon, the P.O. Box, links to the Amazon wish list, YouTube memberships, all that fun stuff. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons, Stephen Crane, Colin Coney, and Perkins. I do appreciate their support, as I do the support of all of my patrons. And most importantly, thank you for watching.